WOCA.
Ocala. Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, Matt Gibbs is here. Matt is the owner of Sunrise Automotive. He is the host of this program called Auto Repair with Personal Care. He's also the owner of Crossroad Auto Sales, where you can get a new car if the one you have is just had its last repair. You don't want to fix it anymore. I've had a car or two like that myself. And, of course, the phone line is open right now if you want to ask Matt any questions or kind of just join in on the fun. The number is 622-9622. And Matt, soon to be author, Matt. You're going to write a book soon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just so I can read it?
Yeah.
You could.
I could. No, I can't.
You could write a book. There's a couple of different angles you could write. You never thought about doing it?
No.
You know, the other day, I don't know if you saw this newspaper article, Robert and I came up on an accident after we left Publix. It looks so bad. I pray that the woman in there was a DHL truck. Was that what it's called, DHL?
Yeah.
And a Sherwin-Williams truck.
Ooh.
Somehow she crossed over the median. This is on 32nd Street, which is that new road they call Osceola Boulevard. Somehow she crossed over and went head-on into this truck.
Wow.
Thank God it was a truck. I'm sure he was hurt bad. He looked like he was hurt bad, and the paper said she was critical. But anyway, I mean, had she crossed that median, and who knows what happened? I mean, who knows? A dog could have run out in front of her. Who knows? I mean, anything could have caused her to jump that median. And 40 miles an hour against the vehicle going 40 miles an hour. I'm assuming, maybe they were speeding. I don't know. But even if it was 45, that makes it 90.
Right.
The impact. So the front end of that van that she was in was, I couldn't believe anybody could survive that. It was horrible.
Wow.
So I'm only bringing it up because I was thinking about just giving up on cars totally. Just walking. I'll have to
walking?
I have to leave 2 hours earlier every day.
I'd just stay where I'm at then. Where do you live? I live over at the shop. That's where I live.
You just live there. Well, anyway, so that is the downside of driving, isn't it? That accidents happen.
Yeah, there was one right out in front of our shop Friday. Just right out there.
You've
3
got
cars.
a bad circumstance over there. That's the only thing I hate. I like going to your shop, so don't take it that way. I mean, when I come from Ocala to your place, I'd rather come from the other direction.
Right, because then you can pull right in.
Just turn right. And the other way, you got to go past it. You got to turn left. And
well, here's the thing, though. If you're going like toward the interstate,
yeah,
and you're turning left,
right,
just go straight. Don't do like a U-turn. Just go straight because that whole parking lot is all connected.
Oh.
So you don't have to pull out and then do like a U-turn and then pull back in. You can go straight across. That's what I tell people. Just come straight in.
Okay. See, I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all connected.
It's all connected.
Well, that is good.
That makes it a lot safer.
So what happened in the wreck by your place?
I just heard the kaboom.
Ay. You didn't look? You didn't see?
Oh, yeah. We went out there and there was a Ford with one of those great big huge bumpers with the winch and everything.
Yeah.
And it just ate up a Explorer. I mean, it just demolished it.
Wow. Head on?
No, well, rear end.
T-bone. Oh, rear end.
Yeah.
Who rear-ended who? The big one hit the little one?
The big Ford truck ran right slap into it.
What the heck?
It was, and I've actually gone to the state and asked them if they could put in a turn lane there. So if you are traveling toward the interstate and you wanted to pull in, there could be a little turn lane.
Yeah.
But they said no because there hasn't been enough accidents.
Isn't that a crazy answer?
I know. It's like, and I've been there, 17 years? I think there's only been 3 right there at that. Well, so I would say that's probably
true.
Probably not bad. It's bad for the people that get into the accident.
So I guess the way we can parlay this into a discussion about automotive mechanics is let's just say that accident or the one I saw was a mechanical failure. Is that actually possible that a car could steer suddenly to the left and cross a median? And no,
not unless you had a tire blowout.
If a tire came on, okay. But you'd have to be going pretty fast in order for that to actually make you flip, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think so.
Wow.
That's it's
most accidents are human error, I think.
yeah, and now with texting and stuff, you see
this is unbelievable. I know
it's crazy.
How can people not realize that this is not a smart thing to do?
I know it's so dangerous. I think that had to do with the accident that happened back in May with a trooper and my buddy John Sr. They were all killed on I-75.
Right. I remember that.
I think that had something to do with some of that accident.
I watched the trooper's entire funeral on the internet.
Right.
Yeah. From what church was that in again?
And wasn't that First Baptist?
I think it was. Yeah. I think it was. My goodness. Well, it's a bummer of a way to begin the show.
Thanks, Larry.
So do you think we're heading in the direction where car accidents will be few and far between because of technology? Do you think we'll be able
I don't know if there's going to be few and far between, but we may see a reduction, with self-employed braking systems and stuff like that, that may really help, but I don't know if they're, look how many people are out driving in cars.
So now I saw something that said a car with automatic steering, and I thought for sure they used the wrong word. Automatic steering. Well, it's exactly what it said. Automatic steering. If you're in a circumstance where you're never going to be able to steer through it, your car will take over and steer through it. It's like, whoa.
Well, they a few years ago they came out with like automatic parallel parking. You go to steering wheel and it'll parallel park the car for you.
Have you seen this?
Oh yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. And
can it detect the bicycle? Shouldn't it be able to detect that there's something there in that, or?
I think that the technology is definitely there. It's just applying the technology to, you got to understand these car manufacturers, when they come out with something new,
right.
It's got to prove itself. Otherwise, if there's any kind of failure, any kind of fault, and they sell a million of these cars. Now they got to do these recalls and bring them all back in. So they really, really do, and they're good about doing their due diligence, as far as safety stuff. Safety's first, and they really make safety first.
Can you imagine selling 1 million of anything?
No. No, I could imagine.
If you have a question for Matt about your car or your truck or anything associated with it, the number is 622-96222. So the commercial that shows the woman backing out of her driveway, but there's a device that goes beep, 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 so she steps on the brake and here comes a car. We have this now? It can tell you that there's a car coming?
Yeah, and it'll apply the brake for you.
So you don't... Oh, okay, and... So
they have them. They warn you.
I'm not so sure if she applied it or not. I'm not so sure what the commercial.
But they do
showing.
have them where if it will.
Something's
apply
coming.
The brake. Something's coming. Stop.
And it's got like a radar or something.
I don't know how
sonar or
it's
something.
I'm not sure how it works.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. It's all amazing, and it just keeps getting more and more and more as as time goes on, they're coming out with more and more and more stuff. I just had to buy a new alignment machine. A lot of these cars now, they're coming out with electronic steering, and they're coming out. You can't even just do an alignment anymore. Now
really?
You change the. You can go in there and still change the toe and the camber and the caster and all the things that are associated with an alignment. But then you got to go into the computer system and you got to reset the steer ahead stuff, and because it's all electronic now, so it's even that's becoming more complicated. It's not really more complicated, it's just more technical. So last week I just bought a brand new 3-dimensional alignment machine.
Really?
And I mean, so if you're not going to stay up with it, you're going to lose it.
And when you realigned my car, it drove like a new car. And I didn't even realize it needed to be realigned. You guys told me, so. All right, we do have a phone call. Good morning, you're on the air with Matt.
Yeah, Matt, I was just listening to you on the air there. You know, if they would put a speed zone at Howard Middle School and slow that traffic down in that area, I think it would be much safer. You know, this is the only school. I go all over Central Florida. In every school that's on a major highway, at Mineola, whether it's Crystal River or Gainesville, they have a speed zone at schools, and they slow that traffic down to 20 miles per hour. Howard Middle School is one of the only schools I know where traffic goes past the school at 45 miles an hour. And you got kids, if you ever go there around 3 o'clock, kids just go across that road like a covey of quail. And that's just an accident, a tragedy that's waiting to happen.
I hope that never happens.
We've addressed this with DOT in the past. They said it's not needed. But I think if they had more input from the city officials, I think the state could do something about the traffic in that particular area.
So there's no 20-mile-per-hour speed limit when school is letting out, like a certain time of day?
Yeah, he's right. Only on 20.
Only going north and south.
Right, on 27.
Oh, wow.
Now, on Martin Luther King, on the side road, there is.
On Martin Luther King, not on 27.
Right. No, he's right.
The 20 is not on 27? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Those children have to cross that road.
I mean, they have about 4 or 5.
A little bit anyway, so they're over 45 miles an hour. Semi trucks, all of the traffic is going east and west at 45 or better. And the only time that the traffic slows down on Martin Luther King, they have certain times of the day where it slows down.
Wow, they do have to fix that. That is a tragedy waiting to happen.
And you're talking about the automobiles automatic. I got a 03 DeVille, and it has traction control on it. And it's what that does is if your car is, if you're going down the road, say in a rainstorm, and the car begin to skid, if you lose control for some reason, that traction control, the computer will straighten the car up. Even if it's spinning, it'll straighten it up and stop it.
Wow.
Or you can regain control with it. That's in 1903. So technology's been out there for quite a while.
Wow. All right. Thank you for the call.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Matt, we need to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be partly sunny, very warm and humid today, high 86 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower in spots late tonight near the coast, low 72 to 76. Tomorrow, some sun followed by clouds with a shower and thunderstorm around, mainly in the afternoon, high 85 to 89. Wednesday, partly sunny with a couple of showers and thunderstorms around, high 80 to 85. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Talking about ourselves stimulates the brain the same way love, food, and cash do. Everybody's favorite subject is themselves. So, on a date, ask her about herself. Adults studying a new language learn words and phrases faster when they sing them. Normal, happy cows produce about 9 gallons of milk a day. But super relaxed and happy cows produce more than 10 gallons.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA, news, talk, sports, and more.
All right, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock. Matt Gibbs is here. The phone number is 622-WOCA. Matt's phone number is...
352-690-1993.
1993, 690-1993. Go get your car fixed. Tell me about some of the cars you have for sale right now. Can you talk about them?
Yeah.
What do you have?
We got some really nice cars. I'm serious. We got a 2008 Chevy Equinox. I got a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica, 2004 Chrysler Pacifica. We have a 2004 Nissan Pathfinder, a 2001 PT Cruiser with only 50,000 miles, two Nissan Altimas, and 2005 four-door Dodge Dakota, 2002 Ford Ranger Edge. And that's about all I can think.
Do you put them online or something? Is there a way we can see them?
I'm working on a
web
page. Yeah, I'm working on that. My son got it set up on Facebook, so friend me on Facebook, and real soon we'll be posting cars on Facebook and stuff. And
That's
you'll be able
cool.
to see them.
That's cool. Do you know? I don't know if you. I probably never shared this with anybody really. I worked for a very short period of time for one of those buy and sell newspapers.
Okay.
And my whole job was to take photographs of cars and literally cut them out so that they could be then pasted on a white background. So there was no fence or trees or dogs or anything else in the picture. And that's how this paper made money. Basically, was selling selling ads for people who were selling cars. You have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Good morning, Larry.
Morning. Hey, Joe.
Hey, got a quick question, Matt. I like buying used cars. There's nothing wrong with used cars, low mileage, good shape. Have a shop like yours, check it out. But I cannot tolerate cigarette smoke. Is there anything out there today when you get a car in that you're trying to sell that can get that odor out of the cars? And I'll hang up and get your answer, Matt.
All right.
That's a good one.
Yes, there is. It's called an ionizer.
And is it something you have?
Yes.
You do have it?
Yes. And the good thing about it is that because less and less people are smoking, it's so much easier now to find a car that's been never smoked in because so many people are not smoking anymore. But actually, I got an ionizer, and it takes out what's probably worse for me than that old stingy smell of smoke is like dog smell.
Yeah. My dog is in my car.
And have
you ever noticed my dog in my car?
No.
The smell of my dog.
Yes. And so you can put an ionizer in that, and it will. And
really?
What an ionizer does is it creates chlorinated gas.
Oh wow!
So and then I let it run in there for a couple hours. Close up the windows, just let the ionizer run inside the car.
Yeah.
And then I'll start it up and I'll turn the AC on maximum with recirculate, because when you hit your recirc button, you're just moving the air inside the car. So then I'll let it run for about an hour on recirc, and so it get all the chlorine gas will get through the AC system and through the ducts and all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of the cars today also use cabin air filters, so we'll always put a nice new fresh cabin air filter in that help take out some of the odors.
Wow. I wonder is that something we could request, like if we were getting our car detailed? So we want it clean, but we also want whatever smells are in there out of there. Could that be part of the package?
That could be part of it. You probably want to do it after you detail the car, because if they go in there and shampoo the carpets and the seats and all that stuff, and there's some moisture in there, let all that dry and then put the ionizer in it.
Okay, I look familiar. I'm trying to think where I know him from. Do you know him?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Boy, you sure look familiar.
They just come over and bang on the glass. You're in the middle of a conversation. They'll just come bang on the glass.
So he distracted me a little bit. So you get your car detailed and then you get it ionized.
Yeah, then after it's fully dry and everything's nice and dry, then do it.
Okay, so how much is that?
I don't really know. I mean, to detail a car the way that a car should be detailed, it's like $149.95.
Okay.
And then the ionizer, I don't. No one ever asked me to ionize.
So just
their
do it
car.
as a separate thing.
Right.
Wow.
It's probably about $30.
Wow, it's not a bad idea.
No, it makes a difference, especially like Joe. That's if he's going out looking for a used car.
Right.
That's going to be one of the things he's going to be looking for. He's going to look for them,
and you'll notice it right away.
Absolutely.
My mom would always say, "Oh, I smell the dog." When she would get in my car, and it was like, really? I cleaned it out. I vacuumed it. I did everything.
Yeah, but
I sprayed it with Febreze. Everything.
Yeah, Febreze works for about a second.
And the dog hasn't been in the car for a week.
I got the idea from the sheriff's department. That's what the sheriff's department has, a really nice ionizer. And I said, "What for the K-9 unit?"
Really?
And also, they're out on Friday, Saturday night picking up the drunk folks and throw up a police car. You have to get that stink out of there. So they have.
And how big is an ionizer?
It's
size of a
small air. It's like an air recirculator or an air purifier that you put in your house.
So it's just will you sit it on the back seat or something?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and but this is an ionizer. It's not just a purifier. So it creates ozone, and the ozone is chlorinated gas.
And ozone is what they use to de-smell a house too.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, that's amazing. But you can't breathe it. It'll kill you.
Well, I breathe it. I'm not dead.
Well, you also taste antifreeze.
Yeah, I've done that too.
You told me that last week.
Yeah, I taste all that kind of stuff.
So before we went to the break, I mentioned that you straightened out, you aligned my car, and it rode like a brand new car when you first did that. In fact, it's knock on granite, it's still working pretty good. And yet I didn't realize it needed it. Have you ever is this common where people don't realize that a car needs something?
About 99% of the time, people don't realize.
Really? If it's driving?
Right. I mean, because, it's you get used to noises and conditions and things, because it gradually gets worse and worse and worse. And I jump in the car and drive it, and I'm like, oh, Lord, we're going to die. This is bad. We're all going to die.
All of a sudden, you got that the gospel accent or something. So do you notice right away that people need new shock absorbers?
Yeah.
Because I never change mine. I've often thought that I know people who are car guys like you that go into get these great shock absorbers that look pretty.
They look pretty.
But do you need to change them? Is there something I should be doing?
Well, when they broke, then you change them.
How do you know they're broken?
Well, there's ways to test them. You bounce test them. See if they're responsive. See if they absorb. Yeah. The other thing is that they're filled with oil, so you always look at them and make sure that they're not leaking. The good thing about it is a lot of the struts. Most cars have struts on them, not shocks anymore. And they are a lot more expensive than a shock, a regular shock absorber, but they'll last for a long time.
Matt, once again, we didn't last very long. We have to wrap it up. Your phone number?
690-1993.
Go get your car fixed or go get a new used car that's been de-smelled.
De-smelled and ready to go.
Ready to go. Call Matt 690-1993 or visit him at Sunrise Automotive at 1800 Northwest 10th Street. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. With word that a Dallas nurse who treated an Ebola patient who died now has the virus, at least one person who came in close contact with her is being monitored.
An investigation underway could reveal more people who will need to be watched. This will be in addition to the more than 40 people being monitored who were in contact with Thomas Eric Duncan prior to his admission to the hospital last month.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown in Dallas. A Turkish official denies an earlier report that there's an agreement with the U.S. to use a base for airstrikes against ISIS.